been experimenting with dessert for a while now, and I'm making a few desserts that are inspired by some of my family members. What better way for a passionate baker to describe her favorite person on this planet than by comparing him to a dessert? This special someone is easily my favorite person on this planet. Any guesses as to who it is? It's my daddy dearest. To me, Aashritha Daggubati, my dearest father, is a strawberry cheesecake pavlova. This dessert not only describes his personality but also has flavors from his favorite dessert, strawberry cheesecake. Now let's make the dessert first and we'll come to the comparison after that. Whenever you're making a meringue, remember that it is important to have all your utensils very clean because any traces of leftover oil or fat will prevent the egg whites from stiffening. So in order to make that happen, just rub some lemon juice or some vinegar all around your bowl. Okay, all clean and you're set to go. You need 3 egg whites and I'm going to separate them now. Whenever you're separating egg whites for a meringue, avoid getting any egg yolks into the egg whites. Even a tiny amount of yolk will prevent the eggs from whipping up. So carefully separate the eggs one at a time. Once the egg whites are in, we're gonna mix some cream of tartar, which helps stabilize the eggs while they're being beaten. Beat the egg whites on medium speed for 1 minute or until it starts to foam. The next step is to add the caster sugar. It's important to add the sugar slowly, 1 spoon at a time. Beat this mixture for a few minutes until thick and glossy. Next, add the vanilla extract and beat on high speed for another minute. You can already see it become smooth and shiny. One way to know whether your meringue is done or not is to rub it between your fingers. If you feel some sugar granules like this, it's not done. So beat it for another minute. Once it's fully smooth and you can no longer feel any granules, your meringue is ready. So remove it from the bowl. Another way to test it, whether it's to see if it's set or no, is to pop it above your head. Okay, hasn't fallen. So you're good. Next, add in the cornstarch and white wine vinegar. Adding these 2 ingredients changes it from meringue to a pavlova. They help keep the center of the pavlova chewy and marshmallowy. Using a spatula, fold gently so you don't lose the air you worked so hard to incorporate. Okay. Once it's all combined, you can get your silicone mat or you can even use a baking sheet with your baking parchment. I'm making mini pavlovas, so I'm going to take big dollops and just put them on my mat like this and then shape them afterwards. You can even make one big giant pavlova, but I find it easier to serve pavlova when it's in individual portions, so they're all neat and dainty. Once they're all on the mat, you can shape them into rough circles. Doesn't have to be extremely neat because the whole point of a pavlova is to make them look nice and rustic. The pavlova was named after the Russian ballerina Anna Pavlova. This dessert was created in her honor after one of her dance tours in 1920. Make sure you have your oven preheated at 130 degrees Celsius fan, and once your mini pavlovas are set, it's time to put them in the oven. Bake these for 50 minutes and then cool them for an hour after. While our meringues are baking in the oven, it's time to make our cream cheese topping. You can make this by hand, but since I have my trusty KitchenAid stand mixer, I'm going to use it. Beat the cream cheese on medium to high speed for 1 minute. Once your cream cheese is smooth, it's time to add in your cream. At the same time, add in your caster sugar, your vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Once your cream is done, transfer it to a bowl and put it in the fridge until you need it. Now I'm just prepping my strawberries for the topping. I'm gonna save a few strawberries so I can puree them and pour the juice all over the pavlova right at the end. Yeah, I'm just gonna assemble everything so we can start decorating our mini pavlovas. A traditional pavlova is a baked meringue with plain whipped cream and fruit. This dessert is elevated because of the use of cream cheese in your whipped cream and then topping it with fresh strawberries, giving it a cheesecake twist. Which is like my father, who adapts to changing times while still respecting traditions. Just like this simple yet indulgent dessert, happiness for him is not in the glittery and flamboyant things, but in the simple things that life has to offer. The meringue on its own looks nice and easy, but the transformation from the egg whites into a meringue is quite laborious. Similarly, my father is quiet and simple, yet extremely hardworking and deeply spiritual. Like the pavlova, he has a tough meringue shell which conceals a soft marshmallow interior. I can't think of a sweeter dessert than a pavlova, and I can't think of a sweeter person than him.